The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas is actively fostering an innovation ecosystem by supporting startups through the Central Public Sector Enterprises Fund, which totals what? 405 crores. 232 startups have been funded by oil and gas PSUs with a disbursed value of more than rupees 208 crores. Well, the first challenge, I don't think it's even a challenge. I hope the CMD sitting here will bear with me. I see the GAIL CMD, I see EIL, I see ONGC, of course. The others are also represented. First of all, I have been saying for a while, and I think Secretary agrees with me, we need to put a much bigger corpus available for green transition. I mean, if you look at the profits that are being registered, or rather, I wouldn't say the word profit, but very good economic performance that is being shown. I saw some figures for one of the companies which is not here, ONGC. I think your market cap went up to what, 3 lakh crores? Then around about that. And yet you worry about small figures. So ये जो है ना figure ये क्या है? क्या figure बताया मैंने अभी? 408 करोड़. हाँ? इसको कम से कम 5 गुना तो करिए. No, seriously. No, because I'm not saying gift the money to the ecosystems, but I'm saying that no matter which way you look at it, consumption, you're the third largest consumer today, you're consuming 5 million barrels of crude per day. You have 60 million people going to the petrol bunk every day. That 5 million will go up to 6 million to 6.5 million and further. Your refining capacity, I don't know, there was a discussion on refining capacity. But I was asked by my boss, the Honorable Prime Minister, one day that you're talking about 252 million metric tons. What will happen if you increase it? Do you need that much? And I think you all have the answers. Yes, you will be producing petrochemicals. And I'll tell you, my limited understanding, I've been a late arrival on the scene. I've been associated with this sector for 2.5 years in this current phase. But look, the world is going to change. There are not going to be many refiners left in the world. Today we are the 4th largest refiner, but give it another 10 years, there won't be many other refiners. There'll be, regional, huge refining hubs. Secondly, you're making a transition into biofuels already in a very big way. I mean, Europe, I was at Davos recently with the Secretary, with Mr. Singh. And what is the buzz there? The buzz there is, you're talking apart from artificial intelligence, you're also talking in terms of energy transition. And the European countries are mandating sustainable aviation fuel percentages. Many of the company CEOs I met said that if we have to have, let's say, a 5% mandatory blending for sustainable aviation fuels, where will you go? Other than Brazil and India, there is no place to go to. So I would like the startups to start applying their minds, because one of the things I do, and I agonize over it, obviously sugar we are utilizing a lot. I know sometimes I don't want to point fingers, but there was a zigzag, but I'm told the next sugar crop is going to be even higher than what had been anticipated. But you need to diversify. So we've done very well on maize as a feedstock. We've started very well on second generation biofuels, agricultural waste, bamboo. We are on third generation. But there are areas of feedstock which we haven't even explored and which could answer all your feedstock requirement. Let me throw just one available, seaweed. Is there any shortage of seaweed in this country? Have we made any attempts to it? I'd like a few startups to take that up, produce an ecosystem, and I've got you at least Arun was nodding his head and so were the others. Isko 5 guna kar doge na 408 crore ki jagah. I think it's doable. If nothing else, they can send the file to me, I'll mandate it. No, because they're doing well. I mean, if you are running cumulative profits of what? ONGC, what is your profit? You don't want to tell us. They know it. You have to list it in the public. There's another one of your colleagues who's not here who is what 50, 60,000 crores a year? What are we discussing? So having 5 times this 408 crores for a massive startup fund, I think that is what I'm looking for. Now, the India Energy Week, early next month, I'm hoping that each one of you will be there. I don't know what company discipline is, whether all the ONGC employees can be there, but since you are hosting the event, you're building a world-class exhibition venue. But I certainly hope the startups which are here, they will all be there, and because you have something to contribute, if you haven't got stalls there, you can at least interact with people. Now, I'm told that the Avinya Energy Startup Challenge, which was an online competition, which was started on 20th November 23, the challenge received an overwhelming response with 116 applications, covering a diverse range of innovative ideas, spanning upstream, midstream, downstream, biofuels, e-mobility, CCUS, battery storage, renewable energy, retail, and circular economy. I'm also very happy that winning startups are pushing boundaries with innovative ideas, unmanned drones for underwater inspection, engineered composite repairs for pipelines, eco-friendly batteries made from aloe vera. And I would like to mention the three Erov Technologies Private Limited, startup supported by GAIL and BPCL, that is disrupting underwater inspection using drone technology. Vesitas Private Limited, startup funded by IOCL that provides situ composite repair solutions to all kinds of damage scenarios in transmission pipelines and can revolutionize pipeline repairs. And Alloy Excel Private Limited, sustainability-focused startup that is redefining the future of dry-cell batteries. I mean, no matter which way you look at it, whether this was India or anywhere else, this kind of innovative work by startups would invite appreciation and applause no matter where, because what you do here, you are not only making a contribution, you will get intellectual property protection on that. Secretary was saying that our patent, which is on industrial property, has gone up exponentially. I used to be an intellectual property negotiator many years ago, and I used to lament the fact that somehow our registry system was not doing it. The whole system has changed now. Now people are coming up in all areas of intellectual property, whether it is copyright, trademarks, patents, industrial secrets. So this is truly, and as I was hearing that discussion, in a ecosystem which places a premium on and is buzzing with activity on innovation and backed by intellectual property. And I think that's the good news. It's customary for any of us in any occasion like this to talk about the fact that we will be the third largest economy before long, and that our requirement is not only to ensure, and that's an imperative, that we become energy independent by 2047, but to do that even before that. And our gas and oil demand is expected to grow from something like 296 million metric tons oil equivalent recently to about 591. Now it's a substantial increase in 2050. Additionally, the nation's commitment to adopt clean fuels creates a dynamic and innovative market. And I can tell you about this market. Somehow, it's not a simple game of arithmetic. And that game of arithmetic I normally refer to, when we did 10% blending, we were able to save 41,200 crores on the import bill, when 10% biofuel blending. Total, I think the figure my young colleagues give me is about 69,000 crores we've saved on that. But it's something more. You are also able then to give 42,000 crores or 43,000 crores to your farmers. But today, you are looking at the biofuel and green hydrogen story, not just from an Indian perspective. And I make this point repeatedly. Today, to make green hydrogen, you require what? You require a demonstrated capacity to produce clean solar energy at a low unit cost, which you've done. You've shown that the cost has come down from 25 cents a unit to 3 cents. You need electrolyzers. The government has got a PLI scheme covering, 19,700 crores. I see green hydrogen being successful in India for a variety of reasons, because green hydrogen lends itself to success because you need local demand, local production, and local consumption, because the gas will not travel. You can export green ammonia, which you will do for the world. I already see that happening with contracts signed with Europe, with Singapore, and so on. But I see something more happening, which is that the kind of scale, all these technologies you had, and I was waiting to make that point, your success is not in India. You demonstrate that technology, your innovation, and the scalability to do it on a much larger scale in the global south and elsewhere will automatically come. That is where you will find that people will come to you, and of course your own ability, and that's what perhaps explains, I think, also the large number of unicorns that we've got. I, of course, get very impressed with those figures, but the honest truth is, if you look around the world, this kind of intellectual and commercial work on innovation isn't being done in too many other places. I've served for many years in the United States. When I was ambassador to the UN in New York, I've served in London, I've served elsewhere. I don't want to see how those countries have done since I served there, but I think the India story is a very, very impressive story. And today, we have positioned India as the third largest producer of unicorn and home to more than 110 unicorn startups with a combined valuation of something like 350 billion US dollars. Again, as I said, the cynic in me says that even this could be multiplied, because today what is happening in India is not only of interest. I mean, those of my colleagues who were with us, including Secretary in Davos, will tell you, it's unbelievable. No matter where you go, whether it is the artificial intelligence arena or it's green fuels, what happens in India is relevant also to people who are not thinking of India, because they are beginning to look for newer avenues. If you look at the world around, you will see there aren't too many places which generate the kind of excitement and expectation. And that is because I think, thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister, we followed policies in the last 10 years. Coming here, I was getting a little worried about some of the statistics I use, and I'm using a lot of statistics these days. I said, you know, I've heard two sets of statistics used. That we have lifted 13.5 crores, that is, or 25 crores of people out of multidimensional poverty. Why do I say that? Because as a former multilateralist, you know, the Millennium Development Goals succeeded because one large country, well, $19 trillion economy, I don't know whether you can call it a large developing country, but a large country, it succeeded in lifting hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. And these Sustainable Development Goals will succeed because India will succeed, and India is succeeding. And we have, in the last 10 years, lifted 250 million people out of multidimensional poverty. And in all that, innovation, energy, all the things that you are talking about today are important. So I was asking my young colleague, why is the figure of 13.5? He said, no, because that's a 5-year figure, this is a 10-year figure. But that's very important, because if that is your story till today, the more important thing is you use that as a base to go forward. And I think the best time is still to come. So congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to ONGC. I hope, Arun, you call me more often in the next few months to tell me about more fines, more gas, because some of it is overdue. And I think you owe it not to me, but to the country, and I'm sure you will deliver. Thank you very much, and heartiest congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Shri A.K. Singh, Chairman ONGC, to please deliver the vote of thanks.